Fiery Night, A Boy, His Goat, and the Great Chicago Fire. This was written by Sally M. Walker and illustrated by Kayla Horan. Wham! Big Billy Goat Gruff knocked the troll off the bridge. Justin Butterfield told his pet goat, Willie, splash! The troll fell into the river. Then trip, trap, Big Billy Goat Gruff crossed the bridge and ate delicious grass till his belly was full. And that's the end of the story. Willie muzzled Justin's chest. Willie nuzzled. Oh gosh. Wham! Big Billy Goat Gruff knocked the troll off the bridge. Justin Butterfield told his pet goat, Willie, splash! The troll fell into the river. Then trip, trap. Big Billy Goat Gruff crossed the bridge and ate delicious grass till his belly was full. And that's the end of the story. Willie nuzzled Justin's chest. No more stories tonight. Justin filled the goat's water bucket and fluffed the straw bedding. Sleep tight, Willie. After dinner, Justin's brother, Charlie, read the family a newspaper story. It was about a big fire the day before on Chicago's west side. The fire happened only a mile from their house. We haven't had rain in weeks. Everything is tinder dry, Father said. Thank goodness it wasn't our neighborhood, Justin's sister Clara said. Whoosh! The windows rattled. Dry wood, wind, and fire, Mother said. A recipe for trouble. Bang, bang, bang. Someone pounded on the front door, waking them after midnight. Fire, fire, a man yelled. Wake up. Justin leaped from his bed and ran downstairs. Hundreds of orange specks swirled in the air. Some fell onto the Butterfield's roof. Charlie, Justin, Clara, get water buckets, Father shouted. Justin ran for Willie's water bucket. An ember landed on the floor outside Willie's stall. A flame flickered in the dry straw. Mad, mad, Willie bleated. Justin poured water onto the fire. He sloshed water on Willie's bedding, but he had no time to calm his pet. I'll be back, he promised. Justin, Clara, and Mother passed buckets out through the second floor window to Charlie. Father beat sparks with a wet blanket. Within hours, the whole sky glowed. Fire crackled in the treetops. The Smith's house next door was ablaze. Justin's arms ached from carrying heavy buckets of water to Father and Charlie. His pants and shoes were soaked from water that sloshed out of the bucket. Finally, Father and Charlie climbed in from the roof. We can't stop the fire from reaching our house, Father said. We have to leave. Mother and Clara quickly packed 2 trunks with their belongings, clothes, grandma's silver, and family photographs. Charlie loaded them into a wheelbarrow. I have to get Willie, Justin said. There's no time, Father replied. I won't leave without him, Justin insisted, and he ran for the shed. Where should we go? Mother asked. Along Illinois Street, toward the lake, Father said. Get out of the way, a man yelled as Justin led Willie toward the crowded street. Justin, stay on the sidewalk. It's safer, Mother said. Justin stepped up onto the sidewalk, tugging Willie's rope. Willie had never walked on a wooden sidewalk before. His eyes were wide with fear. Instead of following Justin, Willie scooted backward, pulling Justin with him. No matter how hard Justin pulled, Willie pulled harder. Turn him loose, Justin, Father ordered. No, he's scared. Wait a minute, Justin pleaded. He whispered into the goat's ear. I'm scared too, Willie, but together we can be brave. With Justin's arm around his neck, Willie climbed onto the sidewalk. Father nodded. Everyone stay together and head for the lake. Trees in the old skating park were already on fire. Burning planks in the Peshtigo lumberyard blocked the Butterfields' route to the lake. Head up Pine Street toward the new water tower. We can get to the lake from there, Father yelled. As they hurried along Pine Street, they passed burning houses and fences. Even a mattress in a nearby wagon had caught fire. Thick smoke filled the air, stinging Justin's eyes. His lungs ached. We must go faster, Father said. Leave the wheelbarrow. But all our things, my mother's silver. Mother protested. Our lives are more important, Father replied. Tears filled Mother's eyes, but she didn't argue. They left the wheelbarrow and hurried on. A small boy hurrying to keep up with his family crashed into Willie. The boy's basket popped open and a little dog jumped out. It ran into the street. Buster, cried the boy, but the father picked up his son before the boy could catch his dog. Within minutes, the crowd swept them out of sight. The dog disappeared in the other direction. Justin hugged Willie closer to his side. Come on, Justin, Charlie shouted. At daybreak, the Butterfields and many others huddled together on Lake Michigan's shore. Justin held Willie close. Blowing sand stung Justin's cheeks. He held his hand over Willie's eyes to protect them. Suddenly, the wind whipped a piece of burning cloth into the air. It blew across the beach and wrapped itself across Willie's back. Meh, meh, the terrified goat bleated. Justin smelled burning hair. He had to save Willie. He had to get him into the water. He pulled hard on Willie's rope. Willie dug in his heels and pulled in the other direction, but Justin was determined. He pulled and pulled until he dragged Willie into the lake. Justin splashed Willie's smoldering hair until the cloth and the goat were sopping wet. When Justin removed the cloth, Willie's hair was singed and his skin was pink, but there were no blisters. You're all right, Willie. You're all right. Even though his teeth chattered, Justin stayed at the water's edge and stroked and calmed his pet. As the morning passed, fire and smoke spread to the south, west, and north of the city. The water tower stood tall, marking the lakeshore. By noon, thousands of people crowded the beach. Boxes, trunks, and mattresses littered the sand. Justin hugged Willie closer when a man drove a wagon past them, right into the lake. Toward evening, the Butterfields made their way north to the very end of the beach. They saw their neighbors, Mr. Tree and his wife, dragging a wagon. Come with us, called Mr. Tree. We're heading west across the river. The fire didn't spread there. We know a place where you can stay. Then he added, Justin, tie your goat to the wagon and climb in. Thank you, sir, but Willie feels safer when I am beside him, Justin replied. I'll walk with him. Mr. Tree steered the wagon west and then south. heading toward the Ginsey Street Bridge, which had escaped the fire. Justin and Willie walked behind the wagon, coughing from the smoke that hung in the air. All the houses and trees were charred ruins. Justin knew that his home must be gone too. He blinked fast to hide his tears. Mother climbed down from the wagon and walked beside Justin. "We will be all right," she said quietly. "You saved Willie. We have each other, and we have friends who will help us." Across the river, Justin saw buildings untouched by fire and open fields of grass. The Kinsey Street Bridge was all that stood between his family and Willie and safety. Justin whispered into his pet's ear, "You have been the bravest goat in the world, Willie. Let's cross this bridge together." And they did.